Hey everybody, welcome to WeekendHero. I'm Ashley. Today I'm going to be working on my home theater computer. I'm going to show everybody how to install Windows 10 for free. It's going to be an unactivated version, but it's how Microsoft actually intended for people to actually get Windows 10, a very usable Windows 10 for free. Reason why I'm actually installing Windows 10 refresh on this computer. It already has it, but it's rocking a hard drive right now, and I got this SSD for an amazing deal. It's only 120 gigs, but I'm not putting anything on this computer. It's literally just to be able to use it with my TV. Let's get right to it then. All right, so what you're gonna need for this is a secondary computer. You need a way to access the internet and a USB drive that's at least 8 gigabytes big. Obviously, anything that's on the drive, you want to make sure it's off or deleted or saved somewhere else if you really need it, because the USB will be wiped with this, and the rest of it is done by a tool that Microsoft provides. Okay, so what you want to do is go to your internet browser and just do a quick search on Windows 10 USB. Search for that. And obviously you'll see everybody trying to sell keys, whatever, but you want to go to the Microsoft website where it says download Windows 10 disk image. And it'll take you to this. Now you'll see this is the actual Windows website. We're going to be creating a USB media. So go ahead and click download. Go on here and keep it. And now this is ready. So before you click that, real quickly, just go ahead and connect your USB. Let me connect it real quick. The USB you'll be clearing. Let's go real quick, exit that out and run the media Windows creation. And this is going to prompt up right now. So it says it's getting a few things ready. Kind of give it a second. So hit accept. Then again, you're gonna go. It's gonna say getting a few things ready. All right. So after that's all done, you're gonna get this pop up right here, or is this what's gonna pop up right now? It says, what do you want to do? Do you want to upgrade this PC now, or do you want to create an installation media? We're gonna be selecting. I want to create an installation media. USB, DVD, that's all depends for another computer, right? So go ahead and hit next. Then you're prompted to select languages, Windows. These are the default recommended. Taking this default based on what the computer I'm using on right now. So I'm not gonna change the language. I'm gonna leave it on English. Windows 10 is what it is. And you can choose, here's where you choose if you want a 64-bit or 32-bit. Most processors now in 2019, you're probably going to just use a 64-bit, so I wouldn't change anything here unless you specifically know what you want or you're looking to do some different type of configuration. Other than that, go ahead and hit next. Then it'll let you know if you want to choose a USB drive or an ISO. So go ahead and leave USB, hit next. Then it asks you, hey, which USB you want to put. I only have one installed right now, and it's the one I just cleared, so I'm going to go ahead and next. And then it's go back again to saying getting a few things ready. And at this part, it's going to download Windows with 10. All right. So that took about 15, 17 minutes. The whole download process. Again, that's going to vary depending on your internet speed. Now you're going to be prompted. Your USB flash drive is ready. You click finished. Then it cleans up the process. It closes down the pop-up, and that's it. Your drive is ready. I am now going to remove the drive, and we'll head over to my computer downstairs. Okay, now with the USB key actually finished, I'm not going to install it yet. Before that, I'm going to replace the hard drive here with this SSD. I'm not going to bore you with an install. I did do another video where I replaced the hard drive on my main computer. You guys can check that out if you want to know how to install any type of storage onto a computer. I'll link it at the end of the video. Okay, so if you did everything correctly. Depending on your motherboard, you might get a little pop that says no drive is readable or something along those lines. Um, my motherboard takes me straight into the BIOS. So you can see here, if I go to storage, my team group SSD 120 gigs is right there. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna prop in the USB drive, and I'm gonna go ahead and exit the BIOS. I didn't do anything, so go ahead and exit. That's my daughter in the background. Sorry about that. So, computer's resetting itself, and hopefully it just picks up the USB drive. I'm also recording the TV, obviously, because since there's no OS, I can't actually record the screen using software. You see a little circle right here drawing on your screen. That means window was detected, the USB was detected, and you'll get prompted to this screen right now. I'm just gonna go through this quickly. So you go ahead and hit next. It's gonna ask you for an install, so you're gonna go ahead and just hit install now. So here's the magic part. So right now it's asking for a product key. It's saying you have to activate Windows, please give me a product key. We're going to select right here where it says I don't have a product key. You just literally click here, and you can actually continue with a regular full Windows 10 install without actually having the key. Select next. Can accept the licensing terms. And you can go keep files and setting. I'm gonna do a custom Windows install. So here's my SSD. This is the one I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna go ahead and select next. Now all that's waiting for, just let this thing install. It's gonna take a sweet time, so we'll pick it back up once it's done. Okay, so you might see that Windows restarts one or two times. It should only be like once, but it kind of goes in a little loop up on itself. You'll see it turn on and off. Don't touch anything, don't reset the computer, just let it be, and eventually it will go back to the blue screen where we were setting things up. All right, so after it's done resetting and everything, and it sets everything up for itself, it's gonna bring you to this menu again. So this is where actually it starts again. It says let's start with the region. You select your region. United States is already highlighted for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit yes. It's gonna go and say basic. What type of keyboard layout? Again, this is depending on what kind of keyboard you use. I'm gonna leave it at US. Hit yes. Do you want to add? It's gonna ask you if you want to add a second keyboard. I'm gonna always skip. So you can connect to the internet here, or have it connect. I'm just gonna go ahead. I'll do that later. I don't have internet. Again, it's gonna ask you to connect to network to do a bunch of things. But I'm gonna go ahead and continue with limited setup. If you have an internet or a connection or anything, just go ahead and connect it from there. You don't actually have to do this. That way you can set up stuff. Now it's gonna ask you, prompt you for a name. A name for the computer. I'm just gonna put HTPC real quick. So go ahead and hit next. It's gonna want you to create a password. If you don't want to set a password right now, so hit next again. That way it puts no password. Now it's gonna ask you for personalization stuff. So again, I'm gonna decline most of this stuff. No, decline. And here are the privacy settings. A lot of people just tend to hit no to everything here. This is just for Windows to collect data on you. So it's up to your decision. You can leave it on, but I tend to turn everything, all these things, just turn all of it off. Turn it all off. It's gonna be we're getting everything ready for you, and then it's gonna be it'll take several minutes. So you just let the PC run right now, and eventually you'll boot up in Windows 10. All right. So as you see, it booted me right into Windows 10. I'm not connected to the internet right now, and that's important in one way. So I have all the features of Windows 10 home as of right now. So I'm able to, just so you know, if it's unactivated, then the personalization would be locked. Right now it's unlocked, so I can actually choose a a background, whatever I want, and I'm able to change like the theme colors. Again, I'm not hooked up to the internet. Once I connect to the internet, it's going to be a whole different story. I'm going to go and make all the updates. I have to connect to the internet, and either way. Sorry, let me just back up the settings. If you go to update security, you'll notice that if I go to activation here, right here it says unable to reach Windows activation servers. So again, like I was mentioning, once I go into the internet, it's gonna reach to the Windows, the Microsoft servers is gonna be like, oh, this is an unactivated license. It'll lock my personalization and it'll lock my themes, so I can't do anything cosmetic, but it's still a full-fledged Windows 10 experience. You can still install programs, you can still run stuff. The only other thing apart from the cosmetic stuff is somewhere here in this bottom corner, you'll get a watermark. Occasionally, some people report it having permanently there. Some people had, like myself, had it come and go. It has transparency, so you can see through the letters. But if you're gonna be annoyed by that, then you should get your own full license activation. So I'm gonna go activate. I'm gonna go on the internet. I'm gonna put my password and everything, and then we're gonna pick it back up, so you can see all the updates and everything. All right. So as you see right here, now I'm connected to the internet. It's gonna prompt you to finish the installation. You hit OK. It's just gonna ask you if you want something else. You go ahead and just skip whatever they ask you to. But now if you go to personalization, you'll notice you need to activate Windows. So now everything down here is grayed out. Remember how I was able to change it before going on the internet? Now it's grayed out. So you can't actually change the backgrounds. You can't change the theme colors. That doesn't bug me. You can still go to like the internet real quick, find like a stock photo on like Google or everything, right click it and set as background. Your Windows license is not active. The product key was not found. So don't worry. You can still, like I said, you can still do updates. It's gonna check for updates. There's no updates available. We have the latest one since I did get the newest window installer today. So yeah, that's how you do it. All right, so that concludes the free install of Windows 10 on your computer. Keep in mind you're going to have to update drivers or actually install new drivers for any of the hardware that you have on your computer. Normally, if you just go to Windows and hit the the settings in Windows and update your computer, it should pick up all those drivers by itself. But if you build something on your own, like myself, you might want to find the drivers of the motherboard by just going to the manufacturer's website in the support tab and just get the drivers for like the graphics card and the motherboard. Just get the latest drivers for all of that. Not going to show that right now, obviously. Everyone's case is going to be unique. But as it stands, that was a full functioning Windows 10 version. Again, remember, in the bottom right corner, you might get the watermark eventually. Don't know when it shows up. It's different for every person. But I just wanted to share the knowledge that you can get Windows 10 fully working. 99 of the percent there, so you get all the features for it. It's just you won't be able to personalize it, which shouldn't be a biggie, and you get the watermark. Again, if it really annoys you, get a full license. All right, with all that being said, thanks for watching. This was Weekend Hero. Remember, please subscribe. I got more content to come. Leave a comment if you want, and definitely like the video. Thanks for watching.